everybody, welcome to our channel. Welcome to our third episode of our Vlogmas 2021. So today, this is just going to be a chill, like a sit down video, just me and you talking. You might want to grab your coffee, tea, juice, water, smoothie, your food. Go for it. I'm not sure how long this is going to take. I don't have a script. I don't have any cheat here with me. No notebook, nothing. So we're just gonna talk and we'll see where this would lead us. So have you ever heard these questions, or have you ever been asked these questions like, so when are you going to have a baby? Or you're already 20 or 30 something, when are you gonna have a baby? Or some would even ask, what's the point of getting married if you're not gonna have a baby? So these are the questions that I want to talk about. I feel like this isn't discussed well, or some people just refuse, or just think that it's normal and it's their obligation, or once you hit a certain age you should have a baby. Anyway, I just feel like we need to talk about it. And this topic, this is very spontaneous. I wasn't even planning of doing this video, but last week I had a conversation with my workmate, and we've only met for like 2 weeks, and we don't even see each other every day because I only work twice a week. Anyway, I'm not gonna name her. She is late 20s, 28, 29. She is married. I don't know for how long, less than 5 years, I think. 2 to 3 years maybe. And yes, so she asked me a lot of questions about maternity leave, about motherhood. So I asked her, are you planning to have a baby, or do you want to have a baby? And then this is when she opened up. So her mother-in-law asked her or pressured her to have a baby because they really want to have a grandchild. So I totally understand all the grandparents out there. I think when the time would come, I would also want grandchildren. But I am, for now, I'm talking in behalf of all the mothers, all the wives, or all the like soon-to-be mothers out there. So yep, she then asked me, what should I do? So I speak my heart out. So I told her that it's not your obligation to have children. You're not obliged to have children if you don't want to. No one can force you. That's your body. Going into labor is not a joke. It's a life and death situation. It's not always a guarantee that you're safe. There's no guarantee also that you won't have any complications. And after delivery, after having a baby, it's not also a guarantee that they will help you take care of your children. And another thing, once you have a baby and you're not even ready, you are most likely going to develop postpartum depression, and no one can help you. I mean, you can seek professional help, or you can seek help from your psychiatrist, but you're the one dealing with it. And she's also pressured because she knows that her husband wants to have a baby. So, and I also suggest that before you get married, you talk about this one, you talk about having a family, the plan, so that both of you can walk on the same direction, like not just you get married and later on you realize that you want to have a baby but your partner does not want to have a baby, or the other way around. So you always have to consider that as well. You also have to talk about that before getting married, and you have to come up with a plan or a decision. So yes, at like what age and that. And I also shared to her, in my case, although I was never diagnosed, I never seek help, but I knew because I was reading and I do have some knowledge about postpartum depression. I think I was going through postpartum depression. I didn't want anybody to touch my baby, and there was also a point of time that I didn't want to hold my baby. But there was never a time that I wanted to harm my baby. It didn't reach that point. It's just that I was just so sad. My self-esteem was nowhere to be found. And I was just not like, I don't know myself anymore. So you really have to be prepared when you have a baby, like not just mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially. You have to be ready. Because once you become a mom, you lose a part of yourself. You lose a bit of your identity because you are not that person anymore who can go out at night and just go home the next day, or be eating unhealthy stuff. A lot of things that you used to do, some of those you have to sacrifice because it's not going to be good for your baby. And it's also hard, especially in our case and in her case, my friend's case, because we are here overseas, we don't have family, and hiring someone who could help us is also expensive. It's something that we can't afford. So you're all by yourself. Lucky for those who have family here, but most of us, and like me and my friend, were on the same situation, that it's just me and our partner or our husband. Because once you become a mom, like I said, you lose a part of yourself, or you lose your identity. And if you're not careful enough, what leads to postpartum depression as well is that you don't know yourself anymore. Wala ka kasabot sa imong na feel. You don't understand what you feel, what you think. So yes, you have to be prepared. And then I asked her, what made you think that way? Why are you not prepared? Why don't you want to have a baby? I wanted to know her reason. So she then mentioned, it's not that I don't like kids, it's just that I think I am not going to be a good mother. I won't be enough. So I told her, and same name for everybody, you will never be enough in the eyes of like the people watching, in the eyes of your in-law, in the eyes of your husband, but in the eyes of your child, you are more than enough. And that's what's important. As long as the baby's fed, as long as the baby's loved, as long as all the baby's needs are met, and you're just there for your baby, that's more than enough. That age, they are not demanding. They just want that sense of security, sense of love, and of course, they have to be fed and, you know, be taken care of. And that's more than enough, and that's what's important. Because most of us know, we tend to focus on pleasing other people. We tend to focus like we can only say na we are a good mom if someone would tell us like, Mayu, you're so good, how did you do that, you're like the best mom, I want to be like you, I want to be. That's important. That's a bonus if people would praise you. But if they don't, then don't feel na you're not doing a good job, because like I said, in the eyes of your child, you are more than enough. Yes. And then she also mentioned that she's not, like, she thinks she's not a good mom or a good person, like she's not ready, or she still has a lot of ways that she thinks is not suitable as a mother. And then of course I answered, yes, we do have that, but once your baby would arrive, or once the baby is born, you are just going to be amazed. You will become a person na you don't even know existed. You're not that type of person. If you think person does not know anything about motherhood, about the kitchen, about cleaning, once you have a baby, amazed ka, you're going to be a different person. You would be able to change the nappy, you'd be able to feed and just have 2 hours of sleep, but then still function like a superhero the next day. You would be surprised where that strength, where that ability came from. So I told her once the baby is born, and this goes out to her husband as well, because she also said that her husband loves to play games, just on the computer. I told her that Rafi, although he wasn't really yeah, he was into games but wasn't really that hooked or addicted, but he has other stuff that he's passionate about, like other hobbies. But once Lily was born, we dropped everything. Or we put Lily first. So from Rafi, playing just on his phone playing, to Rafi changing nappy, putting Lily to sleep, letting Lily burp, because there's no one else to help us and somebody needs to do it, and you can't leave your child alone. It's just not, it's different. It's not like bahala na oy, because who will feed the baby? So you are really responsible and you are obliged to look after your baby, and you do it not just of obligation as well, but you do it out of love. It's because you love that baby so much, you do everything for that baby. So that's a given. Once the baby's born, you will never be ready. You will never be ready in terms of being a mom. Like most people, you don't really feel that you're ready. There would really come a time that you'd question yourself, you'd question your ability. But trust me, when the baby's born, there's a switch right there that activate, and then you just become someone different. And you have to be careful. You need all the support, because that change, it's a very big change. If you are not aware, if you are not, there's no support, and that could also lead to postpartum depression. By the way, I am not an expert, I'm not a doctor, so all of the things that I'm saying is just based on experience, and if I'm wrong, please correct me, and if you are offended, I apologize, but this is just based on experience and based on what I think is right. We all have different perception, no? This is just my just conversation, nothing serious. This is not based on research, ha? It's just chika ra good. Anyway, going back, I told her having a baby, it changed me. It made me really tired, made me really sometimes unproductive. Productive in terms of motherhood, but unproductive in terms of chores, in terms of work, in terms of other stuff, because I'm just too focused on the baby. So it made me someone different, someone I don't know. But then after all I've been through, just seeing my baby smile, just seeing my baby healthy, seeing my baby just a happy baby is more than enough for me, and I would never trade that for anything. Yes, I do miss the times where I can just go out, have my me time, go to the city, window shopping, buy all the things that I want. To here I am just at home and have to organize my schedule before I can go out, because we don't do daycare yet. I can't buy all the things that I want because I have to buy Lily's toys first for her milestone development. I need to buy her food, her snacks, her clothes, her shoes, all her basic needs. But I am happy, I am contented. So if you are watching this and if you are pressured, and if you are pressured by your in-laws, you listen, you acknowledge. You don't have to be rude, you don't have to be offended, but at the end of the day, it's all up to you. It's your body. You're the one who's going to give birth. You're the one who's going to experience labor, so it's all up to you. And if your reason for not having a baby is that you are not good enough, trust me, in the eyes of your baby, you are more than enough. So yes, but if you are the type of person who does not like to have kids, and you are just forced just for the sake of pleasing your parents, pleasing your your in-laws. Trust me, it's going to be a tough ride for you. It's not just taking care of your baby, but you will have, you also have to deal with your mental health, because becoming a mom is not just like pushing a baby out and that's it. Becoming a mom is a commitment. It's a lifetime commitment, and you just become a different person. I'm not saying this to discourage you to have a baby. Like I said, becoming a mom, or Lily was a planned baby. Like, we've been wanting to have a baby na gyud. She is our answered prayer, and I would not have it any other way. But I am just saying, and I'm just concerned, because if you are still not wanting to, I'm just saying what I went through. Even though I've already wanted to have a baby, it's because of that change. Marakog na overwhelmed of that change, and not having family here, not having support. So yeah, I just wanted to help you out, and I'm not discouraging you not to have a baby. It's the best decision for me. For me, it's the best decision ever having Lily. It's just that you also have to consider your situation. Okay, I think that's it. And you also have to pray about it, because the Lord, what I'm saying is just based on ako ang opinion, but you will really need the Lord's wisdom and guidance. So yeah, that's another and the most important thing to consider as well. If you're ready spiritually, your heart is ready, and yeah, just pray about it. I think that's it. Also, if you are a tita, an auntie, or an in-law, before pressuring someone, make sure, just consider also that mental health is also important. So the more you ask, the more you pressure, it has an effect. Because my friend medyo maragud siya. She became depressed. She's not even pregnant yet, but she's just sad. She just felt like a failure daw. So hope you find this video helpful, and if you are a mom, a wife, a soon-to-be mom, you are doing a good job, and you are more than enough. Okay, so that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Stay blessed, stay safe everyone, and we will see you on our next one. Bye.